welcome to another edition of Getting to Know. We are joined by women's bowling junior Mackenzie Wagner. Mackenzie, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So give me a little bit of update on what life has been like since the big pause with quarantine.
Um, Not much going on. I've been reading a lot, writing a lot, trying to go see some sunsets at the beach. Unfortunately, not being able to bowl, and I just went back to work.
What are you doing?
I'm an aide in a special ed summer program.
Very nice. What kind of things do you have them doing to keep the kids entertained?
We do academic work, and then they still have their specials, so they have phys ed, art, computers, music. So
That's great. So we're going to rewind a little bit. You guys kind of were having this really momentum-driven season that you guys just kind of have kept building on the past, at least your experiences the past 3 years. What do you think was working for you all season that's gotten you to the point that you guys were at before we had to unfortunately shut down?
I noticed this season more than any other season that I've participated in that we have communicated a lot more as a team while we're on the lanes. So even if you're not in the lineup, we've been helping each other out, noticing things. Sometimes when you're bowling, you don't notice, I need to make this adjustment or that adjustment. So I think this season more than ever, we've been communicating that to each other. And I think it's helped us knock down more pins.
So what was your reaction? You guys had qualified for sectionals, which was a great achievement. You were about to head into the ECC tournament, which you guys were hoping to make some noise in. What was your reaction when you found out that the seasons weren't going to continue?
I was actually really surprised. I think we all were, especially with sectionals, because we found out Thursday at like 3 o'clock. We were getting ready for practice, and we were supposed to leave the next morning at 9 o'clock. So we were all pretty set on going. And at least for me, I knew once sectionals was canceled, the ECCs would be canceled. But I think even expecting it was still pretty hard to, we worked so hard for those two tournaments, and to have our season end right before it was pretty hard.
Well, I know that, in some situations people have been able to come back, but you guys are losing such a core group of seniors. How do you kind of pick up from that next year and move forward, even without those people?
I don't know. It's going to be really hard without them. They've been on and off the lanes like a really good group of girls. So, but I know we're also getting a new group of girls that are good too. So hopefully it's going to be hard, but I think we'll be able to keep going.
So what are some of your biggest goals for next season?
Well, hopefully making sectionals again. And when we get to the ECCs, hopefully do really well. And
what do you think you kind of have been able this can even just be you personally have learned through this whole experience
of a pandemic?
Yeah.
To I would say take advantage of every opportunity and be grateful for every opportunity, because in bowling and outside of bowling, there are so many opportunities that were taken away because of the pandemic, and just to be grateful for what I have been able to do and what I'll be able to do.
So I'll switch it up a little bit, and these questions are more directed, more for just you rather than bowling in general. Do you feel that you have anything, a kind of superstition or a routine for the morning of a meet or a match that you kind of feel like, this is what I do, this is what I have to do? When you're approaching the lane before you throw a ball, is there kind of some set things you have to do?
I think before I throw a ball, I take a deep breath, and if I don't, I'm way too fast and it's not a good shot. But before a tournament, I have to have a nice coffee. I think there are 2 tournaments I didn't have coffee before, and I didn't do well, at all. So I don't know if that's a superstition, but
definitely superstition. So if you could have one pump-up song before you guys go out, what would it be?
I think as a team, I would say Get Low. That's our team song.
Do you have a favorite place that you guys have played, either a lanes or a team you like to play against, either one or both?
I like our tournaments in Pennsylvania. I just like the van rides to Pennsylvania. I think it's a nice ride. But I like when we bowl against Caldwell. They're a really great team and they're fun. We're friends with them. So it's competition, but we have a lot of fun.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite place to eat, either on campus with the AR or the Quick Bite Cafe or around campus? I know a lot of people like Therings or Touch Italy or curbside. What's your go-to spot if you had to pick one?
Either a touch of Italy or curbside. Definitely. Especially after practice. Yeah.
So, what's the last thing you've watched on Netflix or Amazon? What have you been watching during quarantine?
I watched Love is Blind on Netflix and I just started The Politician.
Is there, you mentioned that you were reading, is there anything that you've really liked that you've been reading during this as well?
I read Almost Home by Madison Kuhn. It's a poetry book. I really like that one.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate it. And I hope that we're all, we know we had the news with, the fall season's not happening as planned. So still hoping that we will have bowling just maybe a little later than we had planned originally.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. Enjoy the rest of your summer.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.